They have
Ah,
put a wonderful spin, they have put a wonderful spin on small town life. But this year, they have included the coronavirus, okay? And they are
what?
showing from every single one of the characters what it's like initially going through the thought of staying away from the virus, trying to
Hmm.
keep themselves safe, people losing parents, losing touch with their parents during a time like this. So you get to see how a mom feels when her son comes back from college not knowing whether or not he has the virus. All
Wow.
of these things play a part in there, and it's cool to be able to see what other people were experiencing as coronavirus first hit. The job, people losing their jobs and livelihood. Raph Angel, who happens to be one of my favorite characters, is going through having to get a real job, if you will, for the
Wow.
first time. And he did what his father did. And, he's kind of knocking himself down a bit from farmer to janitor. So
Hmm.
it is very interesting to watch, as the progression goes along. So I'm going to keep my eye on Queen Sugar. I'm also watching Snowfall. Snowfall is back on, and Franklin is still up to the games, ladies and gentlemen. He's not out there on the streets selling the dope himself anymore. he has changed it up, and he's becoming quite the character and doing some things out in the community that I don't think a lot of us would be proud of. But we know how business goes, and Franklin has
Hmm.
always been about business. So make sure that you check out Snowfall as well. So, Brigitte and I told you that we were going to be going to see Coming to America 2, correct? We're going to do that
Correct.
tonight. And we are definitely going to be going live. So we would love for you to catch us live on the I'm Just Saying Live Facebook page tonight. Okay, we're going to be live. I think Bridgette's going to be dressed to the T like she always is.
Of
I'm
course.
definitely going to do the same thing. I cannot wait. I may even do something fun. I may wear a Coming to America hairstyle or something like that, just to get all the way in. And if we run into anybody interesting that we feel like you need to know, and we're going to let people make their comments, but we would love for you to join us live on the I'm Just Saying Live Facebook page. We need
Yes.
you all there. Encourage your friends and family to do the same thing. What were you saying,
Yes.
Bridget?
Definitely. Definitely. I'm excited about tonight. I can't wait.
Okay, we're good. Bridget and I don't get to get out after hours together too much, but
Yeah.
it's time tonight.
Yes, girl. Especially since
It's
I'm
time.
missing you today.
I know. So you're still get to see me tonight. Hopefully, Anthony makes it back in town tonight by time, so that I don't have to pack the baby with me because I don't bring babies to movie theaters. So, look,
I know that's right. Because
I'm
everybody
gonna make
will.
you go live. I'm gonna make you go live so I can watch the movie from your phone.
That
So, but
part.
anyway, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you know that it is time for us to move into the part of the show where we like to give you thought provoking conversation.
Right.
I'm Just Saying is about to go into Tennille's touchy subjects. Da, 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 da. I gotta get a
I know
song
we
for
need a
that.
theme song.
I need a theme song for that. Okay, Tennille. Oh, I love that graphic. Look at that, Tennille's touchy subject. Okay, so here we go. Let me change gears over here. Let me get to it so I can make sure I read it. Okay, Bridget, make sure that you listen up because
I'm
this is
listening.
this is a tricky one. Dear Tennille, my more than aggressive boyfriend, now husband, forced me to the courthouse to get married after I tried to leave him. We had a heated argument and he drove me directly to the courthouse. We are not married. We are now married, and the only person that knows is my mother. He suggested that I keep it a secret from his family. We have one child together, and I have two others, but he is distant and non attentive to my children. Are you listening to
I'm
this?
listening.
Are you listening? He is non attentive and distant to my children. He does not pay bills, nor does he feel obligated to attend our annual family trip.
Mm.
My mom has suggested that I leave anyway. but I love him and I love my children. What do I do? Girl. Girl. This is just way too much.
Too much.
You knew before he did this that he was controlling.
Very.
You know, that there's, you know, and I don't get me wrong, I know that there are tons of women who are out there loving people through the pain. But if he is not giving you anything, this does not sound like a loving relationship at all.
Why does he have her there?
Clearly, she's saying he doesn't feel like paying bills. So clearly, maybe she has a good job.
So I'm going to say this before we go any farther. Remember when you said previously that no one can force you to do anything? So really, he forced her to the courthouse to get married?
He took her directly there. I
After
have a
she
feeling
tried
when
to
she
leave.
when she put aggressive here, I think that she may have been fearing for her life. Because why would you start off the conversation with he's aggressive?
But aren't there police officers and constables at the courthouse?
So you gonna tell on your children's father at the courthouse and have him taken to jail, Bridget? That's what you're gonna do?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I'm that strong a woman to be like roll up in the courthouse and be like, he got me, help me.
Yeah, like, he's forcing me to
go home.
She was already about to leave him, right? Didn't you say that?
She said she was having a conversation with him about leaving.
And then he forces her to marry him.
Took her straight to the courthouse.
Man, that's some boo.
In other words, you will not be leaving me anytime soon.
Nope.
And then to not be able to tell our families, so no one even knows that we're legally married.
Nope. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Sorry. Not.
You know, that's a lot. That's a lot right there.
Yeah.
I wonder if they told the children that I guess the children know because they're there with each other every day. This is different.
Very different.
This is different.
Now, all the kids hurt his kids?
No, she says they have a child together. So there's three kids. There's three kids, and he doesn't pay attention to the ones that are solely hers.
Okay,
he doesn't spend time with them. He says it's distant and non-attentive.
And then he's not paying any bills?
And doesn't want to pay bills. He may just be spoiled. Think he's a mama's boy?
Oh, absolutely.
Where do you feel with this? Because in my mind, there are so many red flags in just this message. You know how we're always saying that something's been left out or something's not there or whatever that we can't tell? I can see it all in this letter. Like, it's enough for me to have walked away a long time ago.
Absolutely. There's no way you could be forced.
Do you think he's more than aggressive? Do you think he's severely abusive?
Absolutely. That's why, okay, you dragging me to the courthouse. Wonderful.
That's probably why he doesn't want to go on the family trips. He doesn't want to run into mama and mama hand him his, business.
Well, still in that same vein, he dragged her to the courthouse. There are constables, there are sheriffs, all up and through. I would have been screaming, hollering, something just to get away from that dude.
Well, she's saying that she cares about the man, Bridget. She doesn't want him in a bad place because her child would look at her sideways behind it.
I mean, I get that, and I understand that. It's very hard for women who are in those situations to leave. I do understand that. So let me refrain and have compassion for her. However, she stated that she was getting ready to leave. And then he drug her to the courthouse, right?
Yeah. So I think that she was probably really trying to leave. But if you're having a conversation about leaving, in my head, Bridget, when you get ready and you just done, go. There's no conversation to be had. I'm gone. You're going to come back from work, and I know ladies who have done things like this, who didn't leave but a chair and a beer can while he was at work.
She said a chair and a beer can.
Chair and a beer can. You want to drink that beer? You can have that beer.
Okay.
If you want it more than your family, you can have that beer. I know a lady who left a beer can and a chair. He could sit there and drink that beer. She left while he was at work, had a moving truck come and moved out while he was at work.
Wow.
So when you're fed up and you are ready to go, so that's where I'm gonna go with this. And with my minute for this one, when you're fed up and ready to go, there is nothing anyone can tell you. That marriage certificate can also go in the trash if this is not a situation that you want to be in. When you're tired of the abuse, not only for yourself, but for your children, because if they're sitting there every day with someone who doesn't seem interested in anything that they have going on, they can feel that. That's something that if they're not telling you, they're internalizing that. And my child is not about to feel any certain type of way about how you feel about them.
That's right.
This also goes back to the age-old testament. If you can avoid it at all, do not have children until you have found your soulmate and who you want to be with forever. Because you're taking your children into these situations. And if you're one of those people that doesn't make the best situation, they are now dealing with your mistakes.
Well,
your shortcomings, your downfalls. And if you're okay with the abuse and the negative, whatever that's going on here, your children may not be. They're watching that and they're going to take it into their relationships. So now you're creating another generation where this is okay.
Yeah.
You got to fight that, and you got to combat these, what do you call them? Familiar spirits. Familiar and family sound alike for a reason.
Yep.
Okay.
Generational curses.
So Bridgette, what are your final thoughts on this touchy subject, and how can we help her? What should she do? First of all, the family needs to be let in on this unless you're about to leave. That's another thing I have to say. But go right ahead, because now nobody got to celebrate you, and it may be something that could have helped alleviate it, because maybe his uncles, cousins, brothers could, kind of check him on how he's acting. But if nobody knows and they think you're just, kind of a fly by night, you might be gone tomorrow, then maybe they don't feel like they should get involved.
This is very true. I want to read some comments first out of from our viewers. So they agree with you when they say he's definitely a mama's boy. And it says deadbeat.
Oh, yeah, that part.
Somebody put in, this is from Vanderbilt. Hey, Vanderbilt, we hope you're getting well. And he put in there when a woman's fed up.
Right. You gotta let go. We gotta learn how to let go of some of the baggage.
Yeah. So, this is a very touchy subject, Tennille. Very touchy. I couldn't do it. But for her, I just could not do it, because, we've discussed, I was a product of that. I saw what that looked like, from my own father, and what's past is past. They did the best they could or whatever. I don't hold any grudges, but I'm just saying, I know what that looks like. And for me, I couldn't stay there. My thing is for her to think about her children and herself and their safety first. Reach out to his family. Tell someone something. Develop an escape plan.
If you brought the family in, maybe some of this someone may be able to help you, with this. Yeah. But there may also be some kind of estranged relationship there because of this sack of crap that you've raised.
That's true. And that goes to
I'm feeling like I'm stuck with him,
Exactly. And Bronda Ray said, hurt people, which is very true. You're right. Yeah. So he could have been hurting his family or something, and they may not have a closer relationship. There's so many pieces to this puzzle. You don't have anything extra you leaving out?
I'm not leaving a thing out. I read you the whole thing.
Dang.
The whole thing. And, I just have to say this, women, after my divorce, I read a book called Betrayed, to kind of cope with the thought of somebody betraying you and how you move forward. I would definitely read this book prior to making a decision. Miss, what are we going to call her? I don't even know, because there's so many pieces. There's so many pieces I can pick out that are negative in this. But we're just going to say that you need to build your own strength. This book also encourages you to find a strong point in yourself for when you're ready to leave. It tells you about making sure that you've got your money saved up so that you don't have to go back into a bad situation. But if he's not giving you money anyway, I can't even really encourage you on that part. But a lot of women leave and wind up going back because they have not set themselves in a position to where they can be successful at it.
Right.
If you're still having those feelings and emotions of love and, not only attraction, but, wanting to be with that person, like, you got to get all that stuff in check before you try to leave. Otherwise, it's not going to be a successful, release, if you will. But Betrayed is a phenomenal book about that. And maybe you should just read the book and find you a strong point and then decide what you want to do. Or maybe, go get some counseling. I don't think that that's going to fix this at this point, because it sounds like he doesn't want to do anything else that has to do with you or your family. And you're going to just have to make a choice, or a decision. And if he's not able to live with that, you got to be willing to, let go.
Yeah. And sometimes it's easier said than done. Hopefully she'll get the help that she needs and she'll take advice from us. So,
all right, before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure, Bridgette, do we have any more comments in there on final thoughts on what they think people should do?
Nope, they're just agreeing with each other.
All right, sounds like we're all in look, the verdict is in. Let it go agreed. If you can. If you can't, please continue to remember that your children are involved in this as well. This is not just about you.
Right. Well, that's it, ladies and gents. Thank you for tuning in to I'm Just Saying Live, brought to you here on the Edge Radio TV network, where the truth still matters. This is me, Bridgette.
And I am simply Tania.
And we will see you guys tonight, live, right? We're Coming to America preview. Peace.